Hello folks and welcome back to my Let's Play of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis. This is part 4 you're currently watching. Hope you guys are enjoying it thus far. Sorry part 3 wasn't exactly the most interesting part so far. It's just I didn't really have an awful lot to say in those parts in the labyrinth. But here we are, just to recap, we are now at Atlantis, and I decided to cut the Let's Play here because this is where the three paths converge back into the one storyline. So you come to Atlantis in different places depending on which path through you've taken. So right, now Sophia's been captured. Now we've got to try and get through this bronze door here, but we need to use this world stone spindle here. So let's place the sunstone, place the stones back onto this little spindle here. Right, and plonk them all on there, because now we're at Atlantis we do need all three. Let's look at the dialogue again, because again my memory's not that brilliant. I can never remember where all the stuff goes. Sunstone sufficed if sunset made the tall sunset goes at the top. Greater colony moonstone was also needed. Darkest moon healed by the full moon. So sunset's at the top. Darkest not healed by the full moon. Let's see if I can remember. Setting sun goes there, darkness goes there, and then we need new full moon there. Now West Sea, I remember the West Sea goes there. But if you read the bottom of the dialogue, because this is Atlantis, entrance is only yielded to contrary minds. So basically this correct setup here is actually incorrect. We've got to reverse it. So darkness goes this side. So new moon goes that side here, and the city goes at the bottom, I believe. Hopefully that's correct.
The mouth of the statue open.
There we are. I think I've done it right. Put the orichalcum in the sentry statue. There we are. And voila. Pick up the stones again. Now, just to clarify, make sure, for people playing this, make sure you do pick up the ladder again, because that is an easy mistake to make. We are going to need it a little later on, and it will save you a hell of a trip trying to get back. So here we are in Atlantis. This bit's quite tricky. Because there's loads of different rooms, and you've got to find certain pieces of a particular puzzle to get past this part. There's nothing in here, because most of the rooms are like dead ends. There's nothing in them, half of them, but some of them you can't access unless you find these secret passages through vents like here. So here we go. I think we've got something here. Robot parts.
You'd think the Atlanteans wouldn't be such slobs.
Right, let's pick up this bronze gear here, because we're going to need this. Let's go through here. The room placement again is random depending on which playthrough you've decided to go through. So the ones you see in here are going to be completely different each time. So it's best you just go into every room that you can, and like. But you only need to really memorise where a particular room is, the machine room, which I'll talk about in a bit when I actually find the thing. But I can't remember where it is at the moment, so my apologies for that. So we're just going to have to like go through each room individually and see where we can get to. So we'll see if we can find Sophia, because she's locked away somewhere. We've got to watch those. Those are not the Nazis. You can fight them if you want. I'll fight one in a bit, but can't quite get to him yet. Right, well, there's another part that we need, the bronze spoked wheel. This will all make sense once we get to the particular room that we need to use them in. Alright, now we can't you see what I mean about these? Some of these particular rooms, you can only get to them if you go through these vent passages. We can't go through there because like that appears to be like a cave in or something. So we'll have to go through back into that room again. Go through the vent. Great, I should say. Now we're back here. We haven't been in this room, so we go in here and see what's here. Okay, here we go. This is one of the rooms we need, but we don't have the particular part we need to utilise it. This is the room where you harvest lava to create orichalcum. So you put like a thing there, a statue head in there, and a cup there to gather lava, and you go to a different room, into a machine room, and convert it into orichalcum, which we will need. But we don't have any of the bits, so let's carry on walking around and searching the rooms. Nothing in here. Okay, let's go fight this guy, because we might need... I think there's something that the soldier drops.
Dr. Jones, is it? Now we've got you. Another Nazi stooge. Let's get this over with. My thought exactly.
So he's about roughly the same strength as Indy, because these like standard Nazis aren't particularly strong. They usually, like, for people like this, all you gotta do is like just keep spamming the left click, and like eventually you'll knock them out.
Looks like he's got some
I'm not particularly great at
he's unconscious.
at these fights. There's in the fist's path, the fights are a lot harder, and you actually have to time your hits correctly. The idea is to wait for your power bar to fill up, and then hit the guy in a vulnerable spot, like in his gut or his head or his chest, depending on where he's not particularly blocking. And it's quite tricky, because you got to block the hits yourself using the numeric keys. I don't think you can block using the mouse, but I'm not 100% on that. So again, if you ever do get in trouble, just press the 0 key, and then you can just knock them out with a super punch. Right, so I just picked up a bronze eel there. We're gonna need that later on. Let's go into a different room. We're back into the top left quarter. We've been there. There's nothing there. We haven't been in there though. Let's go here. Right. Oh, another grate here. Let's go through. Oh, okay. This is where Sophia has been held, but we can't actually get there because we need to go through the front door, which is blocked. See this sentry guy here. He's incredibly strong. He is, and if you can, there's two ways to defeat him. You can fight him by fighting him later on, or you can use orichalcum in the sentry statue here to make the robot crush him. And there we are. He's dead. It appears.
I can't reach it.
Yeah, I think he's dead now. He's been crushed by that big robot thing. There's Sophia. Can we talk to her from here?
I can't from here.
No, we're too far away. So let's go back to...
It seems to be an air vent.
Let's walk back to the tunnel. But people if you press I on the keyboard, it brings up the IQ point system. Some people like to play try and get as many IQ points as possible. The IQ points don't do anything. It just shows how clever you are. Maybe you used your brain a little more, because for some puzzles or some things, there's different solutions to certain problems. Okay, so this is the machine room I was on about. This is where you make orichalcum, but we don't have any lava, so we can't make any at this stage. So let's go back out. So we need to find the particular components, and usefully it tells you the machine room's there, or if it's in a different place, it'll say what room it is, if it's of any importance. Otherwise, it'll just say a room. Right, so this is the crab room, another important room that we need to come back to at one stage. But again, we don't have the particular item, because we're going to need to trap one of those crabs later on. Let's go to the hallway and see what there is here. Right, now we've come up to the top right quarter again, and now we're at this side of the circle. Nothing here, but there is a vent here. that was pretty pointless. It's just pushed us out over here, really. Nothing really special. But we need to go into... Ah, here we go. See, this is where we need the ladder. We need that particular cup, so we use the ladder. This is where a lot of people go wrong and forget to take the ladder. Because you need it to get over.
The cup of a carpenter.
Let's have a look at this.
Sure is ugly.
It's like a bronze bull statue. We need that cup. So let's go back over here. No, pick up the ladder. Go over here. Pick up the ladder. There we go. Because we're going to need that later on. Again, we can't go. Yes, we can. Didn't see that there, that little passage. We've got to go into these rooms now, see what's there. Ah, here we go. There is the bronze statue fish head that we need to create orichalcum. I won't do it at this stage, but we do need that item, so we'll pick it up. Let's go over here into this room, see what's in here. One other vent. Let's go through here. Oh, here we go. We've come out in the same room again, except down here. Can we talk to Sophia from here?
Sophia?
Yes?
Did you miss me? Did you miss me?
Put it this way, even your company beats this cell.
Are you all right?
I'll feel a lot better once you open this cell.
I just crawled through a mile of mud for you.
It was a picnic compared to life in this cell.
She just keeps repeating the same thing. Okay, we got to get it. We can't get to it from here, so just a vent. Nothing really of any particular importance. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm going to do now. I'm going to go to this hallway here because there is something down this hallway. I remember we're going to need it.
Dr. Jones, is it? Now we've got you. We'll see about that.
You can run away, or you can fight. You can fight him again. See if any. I'll just click like hell and trying to get as many points as I possibly can. Press 0. You're wasting my time.
He doesn't have anything worth taking.
Knock the guy out. Okay, so let's go forward. Let's go down here. You see, like you can't, you know, keep fighting the Nazis in quick succession because Indy's health bar has to take time to recover, obviously. Okay, so yes, I was correct. There is something here we've got to investigate, and I think it's where you find the rib cage, which we need to trap one of those crabs for one of the puzzles. Okay, so. This appears to be like, this used to be apparent, I think, like some sort of train station or something, I think.
I guess this really was the end of the line.
End of the line.
Yeah, this might be useful. You won't miss a few bones.
Right, so let's go back to the hallway. We got one of the things that we needed. We need to walk all the way down there again. Because we can't go around that way, we have to go all the way around. Dum-de-dum. Right, now we're at the hallway, and let's go in this room here. There might be not. I think we've got most of the components that we need, I believe, unless I can't think of any more that we need at this stage. And this is the room where we can't go into the middle section yet because this room is locked. This is where Sophia is being held. But we need to get rid of the water somehow. We need more orichalcum. We have to gonna craft some more. Walk past the Nazi. Can't be bothered to fight him. Right, we explored this part. Now we're back at this stage. Now we need to go to the lava room and create more orichalcum. Because now we've got the cup and we've got the fish head that we need to get the lava.
Ah, Dr. Jones. You got away before, but not this time. We'll see about that. Put him up.
Right, let's kill this. Let's knock this guy out. We'll just press 0 and knock the guy out. Bang.
He doesn't have anything worth taking.
I used to, back when I was younger, just have a save file where I could just like keep fighting the Nazi over and over and over again to practice. That's what I should do really again. To really, I think the best way is to use the keyboard, the numeric keys, so you can block the shots that the Nazi throws at you. So we need to get the lava somehow into the cup. We need to use the fish head with this like hole here, and voila. Now we've got some lava inside this cup, which is used to create or cast the metal, as the proper phrase is, to cast some orichalcum. And this one is the machine room up here. Rightio. So now what we've got to do here is, first of all, before we can use the machine, we have to attach the bronze spoke wheel on this peg here.
That looks much better.
So it'll actually cast the orichalcum. If you do it without it, it won't work, and you have to go back and get more lava. I think we need to do it twice anyway, just to be sure to have enough orichalcum for later on, because we do need a fair amount of orichalcum. Let's take a look at this.
Funnels are what you pour liquids into.
Stating the obvious. Thank you for that, Indy. You see the machine churning away. It's amazing how after so many centuries the machine still works. It's crazy. But you know, a lot of games seem to like take the idea that like ancient machinery can come back to life and still be active many centuries after it was originally created, like Lost Technologies. Skyrim's done it, Uncharted's done it. Quite a lot of games use it as an influence. Use that particular idea.
I've got a lot of beads.
I've got a lot of beads. Just to be sure, let's go back. Got to knock this guy out first of all. Let's get some more orichalcum just to be sure, just to save us a bit of more backtracking.
Put him up.
I think you use the numeric keys to block the shots, but I'm being patient. Just press the 0 key.
He doesn't have anything worth taking.
Knock the guy out again. Right, let's go back down to the hallway and craft a bit more orichalcum, because I believe you can run out, and it'll save you a lot of backtracking if you end up going into the inner circles of Atlantis and you find out, oh, I ran out of orichalcum and have to go back and get some more. Save you 10, 15, 20 minutes maybe if you just to be sure, and that'll be more than enough to get 2 helpings of orichalcum. Right. Oops. That's the wrong way. You got to put the cup down first, otherwise Indy won't do it because he'll burn his hands. Otherwise, makes sense. Use the bronze statue here.
Aha.
There we go. Lava-filled cup. I wouldn't like to have that in my inventory or my pocket. I'll definitely spill it on my legs. Ouch. Oh, it's him again. Go away.
Dr. Jones. You got away before, but not this time. Don't you know when to quit? Whoops, wrong
Let's
turn.
run away this time because I don't think
Give
I
up,
have an,
Jones. There's no escape.
I don't think I have an awful lot of health. I don't want to risk fighting him because numeric 0 only works after you've managed to land a few hits to begin with. So he could quite possibly knock me out straight away. So I'm just gonna run away from that bloke. Okay, back to the machine room we go. Craft some more orichalcum. Right, let's walk up here now. I hope you guys are enjoying this Let's Play, by the way. I haven't done... I've certainly enjoyed making it. And I've got a few more point-and-click games that I could do as Let's Plays. I suppose you can call January Let's Play point-and-click month. Makes a nice change from first-person shooters anyway, I think. A nice little classic game that you guys can listen to and see whether you want to see if you can track down a copy and play. As always, if you got any suggestions for any Let's Plays that you want me to do, it doesn't matter how old the game it is, what platform, what genre, whatever, I'll be more than happy to do a few more Let's Plays. I think I picked them up there.
I have a handful of beads.
A handful of beads.
It's an empty bowl. I wonder why Atlanteans were so obsessed with bowls.
Right, okay, so let's pick up this spoke wheel again. Don't remember to pick that up because we're going to need that. But yeah, so feel free to let me know what type of Let's Plays you want me to do, because I do enjoy making them, and they're quite easy to do because they don't take an awful lot of editing apart from audio ducking, where you got to make sure the commentary's not too loud or the game's too loud, and vice versa. Once again, another Nazi. He's getting rather
Jones
annoying.
Again. Too bad you didn't leave when you had the chance. We'll see about that.
We should be alright to fight him now.
Put him up.
Right, let's knock this guy out. I tend to just click the 0 key and then bang.
He doesn't have anything worth taking.
It is a bit of a cheat, and if you try not to keep using the 0 key in the fists path, you will be penalised. Not in gameplay wise, but IQ point wise. For people who want to get like the most points to show that you've actually played the particular path properly. You get more points if you use your head in the wits path. You get more points if you use your fists while on the fists path. Like if you play the particular path properly, you will get more points for that particular path because you're playing it properly the way the game wants you to. But there is a bit of leeway on how you want to play, how you can play the game. So don't be too worried about it. Depending, because the IQ points are just there for the people who want to get more points. Really, they don't really affect gameplay. So we've got to melt. They've got to get rid of this. Try and open this door here. Oops, wrong. Click the wrong thing. Bit stupid. Atlantis is always hungry for orichalcum.
Uh-oh, that didn't work very well.
No, that's not the bronze head off. So what we do is use more orichalcum in that. Remember that bronze eel that we picked up? The same one, pretty much similar to the one that we picked up in Iceland. He automatically throws it in there to make the water evaporate. And now if we try that again,
I don't think that'll work.
use more orichalcum in the fish statue, the door will open. And there is
It's all that's left of the eel statue. I don't need a worthless heap of slag.
like slag is like decommissioned material. I think it's like the byproduct of the stuff when you smelt things at high temperatures. So it's pretty useless. This was an ancient artifact.
Once it was a priceless artifact. Now it's a pile of junk.
So it's a shame, really. You don't have to use the you can come in and fight the guy, but his health bar is like from there to there. It's huge. But it's not the biggest. It's because there is an even tougher enemy in the game.
Sophia,
Yes?
see you soon.
Don't leave me here, Indy.
But we can't actually open the cage with what we've got so far, unfortunately. So what we have to do, we have to go further into Atlantis, into the one of the inner circles.
Jones! Don't you dare leave me here, you troglodyte!
Troglodyte. We have to go back. Let's go back to the top right quarter. Because there is one more thing that I forgot to get. Again, it'll save me a lot of backtracking if I do this now. If I remember where it is, the crab room I need to find.
Jones, you never learn. Don't be too sure. Maybe I better head west.
Run away.
Come back and fight like a man.
Yeah, so they're not really a problem. If you walk into one, just run away. You don't have to fight them at all. They're just like, yeah, whatever. Let you do your own thing. Right, so you can fight them for kicks if you want. There's the crab room. That's what I want to do, because we need to trap one of those crab things for one of the puzzles later on. Okay, so we need to trap the crab by using the rib cage. And we need to use the bratwurst, I think.
I don't think that'll work.
Hang on, let's pick up the cage again. We need to use... like, a cage on its own isn't going to trap them, because we need to use some sort of bait. I think can we use the sandwich? I'm not sure.
It worked.
There we go.
The cage is now baited with some food.
Oh yeah, you can use the bratwurst if you want the sausage. Oh, there we go. If you forgot to pick up one of the sandwiches in the submarine, you can use the bratwurst, I believe.
There's a feisty crab in there.
So we've got a crab here. We're going to need that to progress further on. Right, let's go back to the bottom right quarter, because we need to go further into Atlantis. We need to find something to prop up the cage with where Sophia is being held, so we can open it properly, because we don't have anything like that at this stage. We need to go find something. I think it's like a king's scepter or something.
Ah, Dr. Jones. You got away before, but not this time. We'll see about that.
Okay,
Let's see you on the run for a change. Enough talk.
right, let's kill this guy. Let's fight him properly this time. There we go. Did much better that time. There's a bit of luck in there, because like sometimes they backpedal, sometimes like you can get quite a lot of hits in. They don't, like, if you're quicker than the game can register your hits, you can get quite a lot of damage done. But it is a little bit trickier than I remember it to be, because the reaction time is slightly slowed when you play it in an emulator like Scum Virtual Machine or DOSBox, because the game has to imitate the way the game behaved originally, and both software does a very good job for the most part, but a few things are perhaps a little bit slow, and some things don't work 100% as the way they were, but I can't complain, because, like, you know, these emulators and the clever people that come up with these bits of software allow us to play these classic games for retro gamers is fantastic, and they're both free. You don't have to pay for them, and it's the hard work of these internet people that we can play these games. So we got to try and get over to that raft.
From here.
But if we try and get, there's a hungry octopus in there. We don't want to get in there.
I'm not going to get in there with that octopus.
Makes sense. So what we got to do is get rid of this octopus by using this crab to get rid of it, because it's hungry. It belched. Right, so now the octopus is now fed, is now left the building apparently. So now we're in the inner ring.
Not operating.
Oh yeah, we got to power this thing up again. We're using orichalcum.
Whoa, this thing's got a motor.
really creepy the way the thing moves from left to right. Really creepy. I don't know, it's uncanny really.
It's a stone disc with solar images carved into
We've got to use the sunstone on this.
It's closed. It's closed. It's closed.
We've got to use one of these stones on this spindle. Is it this one?
It doesn't quite fit.
Right, is it the big one? Come on, Indy. You do get like problems like this sometimes where the dialogue doesn't come up, but that was the way the original game behaved that I remember. It doesn't behave itself sometimes. There's nothing in here again, so they just float over to the gate. I believe we need to use the second size this time, the moonstone, the one in the middle. The spindle. There we go, that's correct. Right, because there's a room here. Let's walk over here. Into this doorway, because I remember there's something in here that we need. Right, oh yes there is. Is a crescent-shaped gear.
Must have been part of some ancient machine.
And if we close this here, close the cupboard, we see this thing here. Oops. Stupid person. Take a look at this.
What's this?
This picture here, because we're going to need to memorise this for later on, because it operates like an arm on a machine, which allows us to open a big door. And this is the combinations that we need to remember. Like to get the left arm raised upwards, we need to put the crescent that way, the gear at the top right. To have the right hand, we have to put the crescent on the right and the gear on the left, and so on. But there's not too many combinations, so you don't really need to have to find that and look at that schematic or whatever it is, like engraving on the back of the cupboard door. But it's not that difficult, that particular part, so it's not. But it does help a great deal if you do manage to find it. If you right-click on the cupboard, it doesn't actually, by default, to make you think a bit more. It doesn't by default open the cupboard or shut the cupboard. All he does is look at it. So sometimes there's a few things like that where you have to, like, maybe there's something else that you might be missing. You have to click one of the other verbs, not necessarily the one that's assigned default to the mouse. So there's a few puzzles like that. So here we go. This is the entrance to the innermost circle of Atlantis, but as you can see the door is closed, but unfortunately the arm that was originally attached to the door is broken.
It's a broken statue.
So we're going to have to...
It's a loop of bronze where the arm used to connect.
So we have to use this chain here with the hoop, first of all, so we've got to attach it. And we have to attach the... Oh, I don't think you can do it yet, but I'm not...
I can't make the chain reach that far.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Okay, so now what we've got to do now is use the ladder with the sentry statue and look inside its innards.
It's closed.
Let's open this chest plate. Knock the thing over. Right, let's take a look at this. What we need to do, we need the right arm to rotate in some way, so we've got to put it there. I believe that on next, that there, the mouth, and then I believe it's that way, and then put the orichalcum bead in there. There we go, I did that correctly. Nice one. I don't usually do it. It takes me a few attempts usually. Why don't you do it automatically, Indy? That's what I was trying to do. But there you go. Now the arm will reach, and now we need to do it in the same thing but in reverse, because we're going to use the opposite arm to open the door. So all we've got to do is just like put that peg...
I can't put it there.
Can't put it there? Okay, put the peg, this cog in the opposite side, and power the same arm again. Used to open the door, and voila, we've created one massive mess in the process. And there is the thing I was looking for.
This was a hinge pin that held up the door.
massive hinge pin. Do we need to pick up the parts again? Oh yes, yes we do. That's another thing that I keep forgetting to do. Remember to make sure you pick up the parts again. I don't think you do need them again, to be honest, but just in case, I'll take them with me because we have opened the door now. Right, let's take a look at this.
Mysterious.
Oh, okay. Now we don't need to go through there just yet. It's this stage of the game. There's two ways you can decide to rescue Sophia, or you can leave her if you want, and leave her to what the fate of what will actually happen at the end of the game. I don't want to reveal what happens.
It's a stone disc with earthly
because
images
it's quite a brilliant finale. But there's two ways you can leave her in Atlantis if you want, or you can take her with her. Sorry, I can't speak. Take her with you to escape. The crumbled archway. There's nothing really here, but we can have a look at it. I don't think.
I'll never get through here.
That used to be a doorway. That led into the inner circle, but the mists of time, I should say.
It's closed. It's a stone disc with
I don't want to look at
images
it.
carved
Use
into
use this on the spindle.
It doesn't quite fit. It doesn't quite fit.
Oh, is it the middle one then? It must be the moonstone. There we go. Got there eventually.
It's closed.
Right, let's use the world. Is it the world stone? I always get it wrong. It's always the last one that you try, every single time.
It doesn't quite fit.
Always get it wrong. Right, sunstone. Here. Right, go through. And now we're back at the door where we wanted to be. And let's go rescue Sophia. Right, now we can go back to the dungeon. Let's go back. Now we've got the hinge pin, we can actually prop the door and keep it open. So let's go over here. We got to give the hinge pin to Sophia.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Maybe we'll think of something.
And then, do we pick up the cage? There we go.
Are you sure this is safe?
I've got a plan.
Which is?
Brace the door with a hinge pin.
Brace the cage with a hinge pin.
You know, that just might work.
Because otherwise she won't.
You know, I had to slug you.
Come on, Sophia, don't be angry.
Angry? You left me rotting in this hellhole!
Well, if that's how you feel, maybe you should stay here.
Maybe I will.
Great idea.
Fine.
Fine.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I think Nurab Sol made me do it.
Is that so? Dangerous fella, that Mr. Sal.
Yeah. Well, we better be going.
He's modest. Okay, so now we've got Sophia out of there. Let's pick up the hinge pin.
I can't. It's wedged in.
Oh yeah, we got to... there we go, and knock the pin over before you can pick it up. Right, so we're going to need that later on. Let's look at this guy. He's crushed.
Not much left of him.
Ouch. Hate to be crushed alive. What a horrible way to go. But he was a Nazi. I don't know why I'm being sympathetic with him. He was a bastard. But there you go. Right, let's go back to the crab-like raft. And I think since we went left last time, we'll go right this time. It's quicker this way, I believe. It does take a while. It is a bit of a tedious process, this part. But these sort of games, you've got to take the atmosphere in and take your time, and like that. In a normal circumstance, these games will take you a lot longer to solve the puzzles. And I'll pick Let's Plays that I can actually complete, because of course I want to actually get a video series that I can actually finish out to you guys. And of course you don't want to see anybody really release a Let's Play where like they're completely rubbish at the game, and like you probably end up potentially with twice the amount of footage and you'll never end up finishing it. So
Indy, Nurab Sal is here. I sense his presence.
Hold on a minute. Will you please stop with this hokum?
Hokum? Are these walls hokum? These lights? Neither is the king who built them.
Whoever built this place wasn't a spook.
Mock me if you wish, fool.
Oh, for crying out loud.
But there you go. She sounded off colour there. I don't know if you've noticed that, but all a bit more will be clear at this.
In here, Indy.
Let's follow Sophia into
Follow
this
me.
little room here, because she appears to be acting rather strangely.
Ah, Dr. Jones.
Welcome to my humble abode.
She's got like some sort of demon voice going on there. Let's talk to Sophia and see what exactly is wrong, because something isn't quite right.
Sophia,
Talk.
come on, Sophia, let's get out of here.
Never.
I'm staying right here with the spirit who guides my thoughts.
Hello, spirit guide. My name's Jones.
Yes, I know you. You'll make a fine slave.
Oh, yeah? Don't count on it. Why are you acting like this?
Acting like what? Speak your mind.
Charles.
Let me talk to the mortal woman.
Make it quick. The time for human frailty is past.
I think your necklace is driving you nuts.
That's absurd. For the first time in my life, my mind is perfectly clear.
Wise up, Sophia. Throw the necklace away.
No, Nurab Sal wouldn't like that.
So Nurab Sal has actually taken possession of Sophia. That necklace. Let's take a look at it.
Mind if I look at your necklace?
See, now that thing is glowing with evil red eyes. So the spirit of Nurab Sal
Why is it flashing like that?
is actually inside this necklace, and she's taken over Sophia. That's what was wrong with Sophia for such a like Nurab Sal was trying to take control of Sophia, and it's only until that we've actually entered Atlantis that Nurab Sal has actually taken full
This
control.
one never won a beauty contest.
Really creepy, this section of the game. Look at these skeletons.
Look at those feet, or whatever they were.
Really, really cool designs though, like demon sort of
Bones don't
creatures.
grow like this naturally. Where do you suppose they come from? Mars? Hell?
I wouldn't be surprised if they come from hell. Again, the attention to detail and the stuff that the art direction and the attention to detail, especially the stuff in the foreground, is really cool. The way that they've designed certain things. So you can leave Sophia here if you want, and leave her to be possessed by Nurab Sal and leave her to her fate,
It's a
or
lava
you can
pit full of
rescue her
calcified
if you want. calcified skeleton. This used to be some sort of throne room, I think.
Hey,
Talk.
jeez, this place gives me the creeps.
Oh, I find it exceptionally
Restful.
How's the throat? You sound a little hoarse.
I'm still finding my
True voice. Soon you'll hear my commands and obey.
Keep your shirt on, there's no hurry.
What was making you so weird?
What's making you so weird?
What do you mean?
Charles.
Come on, Sophia, get a grip on yourself.
I am no longer the one you called Sophia. I am simply
The one who rules.
Right, let's take a look at the... So, okay, we've got to try and get rid of the...
Mind if I look at your necklace?
So what we've got to do here is, like, exercise the spirit of this evil Narab Sal. That's by overpowering the necklace. Let's put the orichalcum in there. Look at that.
Ow!
Awesome. Like demon sort of
That
thing.
medallion is hot.
Now we've got a small
Drop it, why not?
window.
Narab Sal won't let me.
A small window where we can actually trap Narab Sal. You've got to use the gold box.
No!
Sorry, Sophia. So long, Narab Sal.
Bang! Fireworks.
Thanks, Indy. If you hadn't done that, I'd be as dead as that monster.
Sophia.
Yes?
Jeez, this place still gives me the creeps.
Me too.
Right, so we've reached just over 45 minutes. I think that's a decent place to stop. Thank you very much for watching part 4 of my Let's Play. Hope you guys join me again for the final part, I believe, of Indiana Jones: The Fate of Atlantis, The Wit's Path. And once that's finished, I will go on to the Fist's Path and the Wit's Path, and I'll record those as well once this is concluded. But thank you much for watching. See you guys next time.